Today we're going to learn how to make multi-view drawings using Autodesk Inventor. We're going to be using the drawing file in order to create these. So if you're on your home page, you'll want to select the drawing sheet option. I've already got one open, so I'm going to start there. This is what it looks like once it loads. You're going to notice that you've got some text in the corner, but it's pretty tiny. That's because the default sheet size when you draw in Inventor is a poster-sized piece of paper. We're going to start by changing that to a standard 8.5 by 11 paper. To change the size, you just right-click on Sheet 1, select Edit Sheet, and then change the size to A. Now you're going to notice that about a quarter of your paper is taken up by what we call a title block in the corner. The title block contains information about the part, including your name, the date, what size paper you're on. You can add additional information to it if you want to. In our scenario, we want to be able to use a little bit more of this paper for the drawing itself, so we're going to replace our title block with a smaller one. To replace, we first need to delete the old block. Where it says ANSI large, this is the name of our current block. We're going to right-click and delete it. And in the Drawing Resources folder, you have all sorts of different formatting choices you can make. I'm going to go into the title blocks here and select ANSI A. You can double-click to add it or right-click and insert, whatever you prefer. Now I've got my basic paper set up. Keep in mind that we're actually going to be creating 4 different sheets, one for each geometric shape. We made a cube, a sphere, a cone, and a pyramid earlier. Now the nice part is that once you have your initial sheet created, you don't have to go through the process of remaking the exact settings you want for every single page. Once you have the settings you like, just go up to the top on the toolbar and click New Sheet. That'll add additional pages to your browser. So go ahead and add some more until you end up with 4 sheets. Now, to help keep track of each page, I'm going to rename them and call them the name of my shape so it's easier to find later on. To rename, you could just double click where it says sheet and then go ahead and change the names. So I'm going to have a page for the cube. I'm going to have a page for this, the sphere. A page for the cone. And a page for the pyramid. Whatever color is currently in white, whichever sheet is currently highlighted in white, that's the current page you're on. So I'm going to start today with my cube. Now we're all set up, we're ready to start adding drawings. To add a drawing, you select Base. You'll get a pop-up menu, and then you have to choose which file you want to add in. To choose your file, you click on the little magnifying glass, and then you have to search for your folder. You probably saved your files in your H drive, but you'll have to use the drop-down menu to select wherever you have them saved. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, and choose my cube first. Open. Now you're going to notice that it automatically shows you the front view of your object. So this is a good front view of my cube. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to go ahead and then place my top, my right, and my isometric views. Once you have them in place, right-click and hit OK. And the computer should make all 4 views for you. You can see in this case, since a cube has all the sides that look the same, that our top, front, and right views all look the same. We've also got our isometric in the corner. Now, common practice is to shade the isometric. So in order to add shading, you can right-click on just the isometric and select Edit View. And then you can choose a little bit of shading here. It's this third option. It's not going to show up in the preview, but when you hit OK, it'll shade it for you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my, let's do the pyramid next. So you just double-click to switch pages. Your cube's still there. If you double-click, go back. Again, I'm going to go to Base to select. Go to my folder. Choose the pyramid. Give me a preview. Now, I was lucky that I have a good front view when I selected, or when it loaded. Depending on which plane you drew on, your computer might try and choose something different for the front view. Okay. So let's say you would prefer this to be your front view. You can place views from any starting position, and it'll basically just reassign it as the front for you. Cancel that. So when you are placing your cube, sorry, not your cube, your cone and your pyramid, make sure that you rotate them so whatever view is placed in that front position, it's truly the best, longest, most detailed side front view. Once again, when you're ready to shade, you edit the view, click shading, hit OK, and it'll add it for you. So go ahead, repeat that process for each of your shapes. Once you've got all your shapes made, make sure you remember to save your file by going to File and Save As. When you are saving things, I recommend you use a kind of common file notation. You do your last name first, so Ewan, and then an underscore and the assignment number. So this one is 27. Hit save, and you are good for the day.